Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you at the party. And that's Hamish Craig. Oh, okay. Hi,
Okay,
welcome.
I'm lucky last.
Yep.
Then we can all go home, is that right? I'd like to talk about rates. And I put a submission in the other day, and I just got a comment out of the paper recently by Peter Alexander, the farm accountant in town here, and his heading was a balanced budget. And the budget should be balanced. The treasury should be refilled, public debt should be reduced, the arrogance of officialdom should be tempered and controlled, and the assistance to foreign land should be curtailed lest home become bankrupt. People must learn to work instead of living on public assistance. That was a quote by Cicero, who was around in Julius Caesar's time, 2,070 years ago. Okay, so he goes on about farming, but that's right. It's about a balanced budget. Margaret Thatcher said a few years ago that if you haven't got the money, put it back on the shelf. So my thinking is, I appreciate the efforts the council is doing to cut costs, and we've seen hints of that since you fellas have been elected a year or two ago. That's great. But I'd like to see, I'm on a wage, I see rates going up every time, and I can't pass it on, and it's hurting. So I'm pleading with you not to put up rates. I'd like you to achieve a zero increase in rates. If you can't afford it, things defer, postpone, leave it till later. We just can't afford it. We can manage without some things for a bit longer. So it seems to be that every time rates go up and up and up. And I don't think it's a matter of borrowing more or selling assets or increasing rates. Rather, stay within your means. I have to work within my budget, my income, and I just can't sell off stuff or borrow more money because one day it'll catch me. So we've paid for the rates, for the assets, please don't sell them. We can't afford more rates increases, and we don't want to go further into debt. This is my family I'm speaking. I was just thinking of that skit. Does anybody know Monty Python? Heard of them?
Yes.
Okay. So the man went in and he said, "Hello, my name's Smoke Too Much." And the answer was, "Well, you better cut down a little." And he said, "I'm sorry? You better cut down a little." "Oh, I see, smoke too much, so I better cut down a little." Yes, people must say it to you every day." "No, I've never really noticed it before." So I'm suggesting, "Hello, my name's Spend Too Much." "Well, you better cut down a little." "I'm sorry?" "You better cut down a little." And that's the phrase in our family, cut down a little.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. All right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty crystal clear. The challenge that we've got is that we are in a situation where we're not in a business as usual environment, and we all got elected after not knowing that vast sums of money were absent from our budget because it wasn't obvious. So we brought in some external consultants to look at everything on the plan, and we found out that there was money put on the budget of $400 million, give or take, and that was savings to be found, but it was never intended to be savings to be found. So there was an expectation built up that a lot of money would be made available for repairing our infrastructure, and it turns out that we're not entitled to as much as we thought we were. So we want to draw the line. We are going to revisit our capital program, and it will be less than what it was at the beginning of this process. Absolutely everyone's committed to taking money off the capital program. In terms of the chief executive, her role has been to get the operational spend down, and yes, it will be more than that 2% that we set last year. But, balancing the budget, making hard choices. The East is so damaged, and there is so much that they need to get back on their feet. Perhaps you're on the West, the damage hasn't been so great over there. So, you know, I mean, we are going to try and get the rates down, but you can see that we're trying to balance everything at the moment, and it's hard.
I understand, and if the rates go up 5%, it's only 5%, but can't we just cut 5% here or there or something or other and bring it back? But anyway, look, I understand. Doing a good job, but it hurts, and every time the rates come out, they're up and up and up, and I can't pass it on.
And we need your voice, you know, it's really important that we hear that voice, because, you know, I would have to say that you're probably the silent majority, and living on that side of the town with a wage, then you're probably, you know, sort of in a same position as somebody who's on a fixed income with a high capital value for their property, and thus they can't do anything when the rates go up. So
Can't do nothing.
yeah.
All right.
Really important message to end on. Thank you
Thank
very
you very much. You can all go home now.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Now, you would have got the good news that district plan review is cancelled for the morning. And that means that we'll see you back here at 9:30. Thank you.